Okay, I don't know what happened to that, but my whole video just canceled, I guess. I have no idea. So I will start in the beginning as much as I can. So this is NOCE, Creative Arts and Craft class, and this is week number 7. We're doing succulent pumpkins. So as I was showing and talking before, I got this Cinderella pumpkin. See how it's sort of flat and it's sort of a mauve orange. I got this from Trader Joe's. It's $6.99, and I got this pumpkin from Stater Brothers yesterday, and it was only $3. And you can do this on little pumpkins. You can do it on anything. And you're going, Debbie, how many pumpkins do we need to make? Well, you know what? You can never have too many pumpkins. Just like at 4th of July, you can never have too many flags. At Christmas, you can never have too many snowmen or angels or stars. It's just, you know, it's just the time of year. Celebrate it, you know, especially nowadays. We don't have, don't have a lot to celebrate. So celebrate the little things like pumpkins. So we've made, last week, we made our toilet paper pumpkin. And we also made, I put it over here, but I'm not sure where it went. Oh, there, excuse me. I moved the chair so I could get our lunch bag pumpkin. And the week before, we made sweater pumpkins. Okay? So we have done the pumpkins. So this is our last pumpkin thing. Well, maybe I'll change my mind, but for right now, this is our last pumpkin thing, and it's called a succulent pumpkin. And as you see, because I already started and the video stopped like 14 minutes into it, we take our sphagnum moss, or it's called reindeer moss, and you just get it at Walmart, Michael's, and there's 2 different kinds of mosses. The reindeer moss is a little greener, and the sphagnum moss is more gray-brown, like a taupe, as you can see. So those are both about $3 each. And so because of the grayness of the Cinderella pumpkin, I chose to do the reindeer moss. It's a little more green. But now that I've already put the moss on and you can't see me do it, I'm going to move this aside and I'm going to do it on this pumpkin, okay? So if you look at the videos tell you to use spray glue. You know what? That's something I have to buy, and I don't want to buy more stuff. We don't need any more stuff, you know? So this is a messy project. So get your broom out. So you're just going to put the hot glue gun right to the pumpkin. It's totally fine, okay? Totally fine. And you're going to glue this up here, okay? So see how I've done half? I'm going to go ahead and do the other half. And I've discovered that I have a very loud glue gun. Good grief. That is really crazy. Okay, so, oh, that's the cute little thing. We'll save that. So we're gonna, oh, you can just, I can feel this stuff just falling on the floor. That's fine. You know what? That's why we have vacuums and brooms and all that kind of stuff. I don't know that there's any craft. Is there any craft that is neat? Crafts are just sort of messy by nature. So, okay, so we talked about that. We talked about the different succulents and how I don't know the names to all of them. But I do know the name to this one. It's called Hen and Chick, because this one will be growing and then it grows little babies out the sides, and the little babies are right underneath the feathers of the mom, just like a hen, a mother hen and chicks. So this is called hen and chick. And then I think this is called donkey tail. Don't ask me why, I don't know. But the weird thing about succulents is that you can just take a leaf and stick it in the ground, and after a while, it'll grow. That's crazy. So, so what I did with my other one halfway through until the video stopped, I just took the different ones, and we'll take this big hen and chick, and I peel it back or cut it with scissors, whatever you want to do. Any of the dead ones or the yucky looking ones. And I sort of make a flat spot. See how this is a little flatter? And then I put my glue right there with my loud glue gun and just stick it in. Just stick it down. There you go. Okay? And so then you just keep going around until you've done what you want to do, until it looks like what you want it to look like. These things sell for seriously $30, $40, $50. I am not lying. I've seen them. And if you buy the Cinderella pumpkin, that's $7. And this is $3. And if you get this from your neighbor or in your yard, you know, most neighbors will just let you pick little succulents off because they grow so much, and like you have to trim them. But I usually pick from the back so it doesn't look like I gave it a haircut. But they'll let you. So these can be free because you don't want to buy these. These are like $4 each. Way too expensive if you go to make it. But when I've made them with friends, I just go to my neighbors and ask if I can borrow them. So no big deal. So at the most, it's going to cost you, if you buy the Cinderella pumpkin, which is $7, it's going to cost, and you get all this free, $10. And then, but it's a nice gift. So you can see how it's turning out. And I like to have little things that hang down. So let me get some, sorry, my chair is loud too. I like some things that hang down. So I'll get one of these. To me, this looks like a dragon. So I pull the bottom off. There we go. And I'll stick it down here so it can be hanging down or sticking out, just to give it a little different texture and composition. And let me see. Here's a couple little wispy ones. They're two of the same kind, so I'm going to keep them together. Because when you have things together, you sort of see it. It doesn't look like a big meatloaf kind of thing. So, have that hanging down over here. Sometimes I put the glue on the pumpkin and on the moss, and sometimes I put it on the actual stem. So, I use, if I was smart, I would have used a popsicle stick, but I had a pencil, so I'm using that. And see how that just sort of hangs down? And these things, these will last for months on end. And this is sort of a cute one. Sort of a gray. I'm gonna stick that, maybe I'll stick that up against the stem. There, it'll be like a little tree. So when I say these things last for months, I mean literally, they do. You just give them a spritz of water once a week, or a hose of water, and when the water hits the pumpkin and the hot glue, the whole thing can come off. But who's gonna pull it off? Just leave it alone. Don't mess with it. And then what I've done in the past is I had a clay pot full of dirt to the top. And I literally, in January, picked up this whole hat of moss and succulents, and I set it on the pot, and I just sort of pushed it down in the dirt, the whole thing, and it's been like 4 years. I still have the pot with the succulents. I have to trim them. In fact, some of these are the succulents from that original succulent pumpkin. So we need to sort of get this going over here. And here's some of that crazy, very almost like a bush. So I don't need all that. So I'm going to create a little ledge that I can put my glue on that can lay down, and we'll sort of put that in there. And then some people will give you stuff that has all this dead stuff on it. Well, you don't want all that. So just take it, again, this is messy. Just take it and pull all that dead leaf stuff off. Sort of clean it up. And it has some little stems. So let me cut these little stems out. If I had clippers here, that would be better, but this is good. It all works. Use what you have. Okay. Okay, now you don't see so much the dead. See? That's sort of cute. So it looks like flowers. So I'm going to put glue on this, and we'll stick that right there. Okay? And let's see. This is cute, this little one. So I'm going to put that right here so we can see it peeking out from underneath this bush. But I've got this hole here. Let's see, what can I put in that hole? Should I put this one here that has that red tip? This is like a baby of one of those. Maybe I could put that there. It might be too big. Let me see. I think it might be a little too big. I don't know. Looks like a lady with too big a feather in her hat. But if I take it and take some of this off, let's see. Take that off. Take this off. There, I think that wouldn't be, maybe it's a little too big. Hold on. Let's take that off, and we'll just cut this whole thing down. There we go. Okay, so now I've trimmed it a lot. So I think that might fit right there. What do you think? Okay, fill in that hole. So I'm going to put glue there, fill that in right there, okay, and hold it so it can dry. Just hold it for a little bit, because this is a big one, so it's sort of heavy. That's why I'm holding it a little longer than I do the other ones. And with my other hand, I'm cleaning up all my mess, because like I told you, this is a messy project. Okay, I think it's holding. And, see what I have to put underneath there. I have more of this sort of, I call it a dragon. Would that be sort of pretty hanging down there like this? Since this is a lot of orange, I sort of break it up. Maybe I'll do that. Take this, make it a flat surface so I can stick it in there, and stick it in there and hold it. And I have another one of these little rosy things. I'm going to take the dead stuff off, and I'm sort of holding that down. Take all the dead stuff. Okay. looks sort of pretty. Look at that, cute. Okay, I'm gonna put that right here where I can see where I'm gluing that, because that's sort of ugly right there. So I'm gonna put that right there. And then we'll go back, we finished this, I think. See how it has these little cascadey flower kind of looking things? And then it has this, I call it dragon. Who knows what it's called? And then the pink tipped thing. And then this sort of bushy thing. So let's look and see what it looks like from top. Isn't that cute? Yeah, so it looks like a pumpkin with a hat on. Okay, so let me put this to the side. Let me move this chair over. And I'm gonna put this pumpkin on the chair here so I can work on the other pumpkin. Okay, on the pumpkin I was working at when the video stopped. I don't know why the video stopped. But here we go. Okay, so here, these are heavy. These are like heavy. I don't know how heavy they are. But anyway, so here is the other pumpkin I was almost done with. And I'm getting all these little spider strings, you know, those little strings that you get with glue guns. Be sure you get all those off, because that looks sort of chintzy if you leave those on. Like they go, ugh. If you're a sewer, pulling these little strings is like pulling the threads from, like cutting your threads. When you sew and you have those extra threads at the end of the seam, a good sewer will cut those threads. So you want to pull all these little glue strings. Okay, so here's the top of this one. I think we need something over here. So I have another bushy thing, and I have more of this dragon thing. So maybe I'll put that there. And I'll cut it so it can, instead of going down like our other one, I think I'll cut it so that it can go up. And that'll be cute. Okay, let's put that up there. And let's glue this down here. And maybe at the end of this, I'll show you one more pumpkin. Not that we're gonna do, but I have a couple pumpkins that are out of wood. Yeah. So both of them were from my aunt. She bought them from an artist back in Virginia, and in Yorktown, Virginia, called Nancy Thomas. And she actually had them shipped over here. And like, they're heavy. It's like, you had these shipped? Are you kidding me? So, and my aunt is no longer with us, and so I inherited them, gladly inherited them, because I love them. And I have them around my house. Okay. So I think that we are almost done. I think, let me look. You sort of have to stand up and look. Look at from the top. I think we're basically done. If you wanted to, like if you had acorns or fall leaves, you could add them if you wanted to. You know, let's add the fall leaf. I don't think we need a bow because I think we're good without a bow. But we'll add the fall leaf just to give it that little fall thing. I've put sticks in here before, like branches sticking out to make it sort of 3D, so it goes up high and then cascading down. I've done that before. I put little acorns on here before. Oh, there was something that we found. I was gonna save it. What did I do with that? A little stick. Huh. Well, I don't know what happened to it. But if I see it, I'll add it on. So yeah, you can add anything on here that you want to, that can be outside and be watered, because like I said, you're going to water this once a week. Oh, here's my stick. Here it is. Once a week, and just to keep the moss wet once a week so they don't shrivel up and go and die. So here's my little stick. I'm gonna stick that right in the middle of those leaves. That came out of the moss bag. So almost done, almost done. So we'll stick that. Here's that little stick that we just found. I found a hole that I can see. There's a hole right here. See that hole? So let me just put something in that hole. Let's see, what do we have? I have another one of those little, some of those little, I call them rosebud. They look like a rosebud. So let me just clean it off really quick, and then we'll stick it in that hole, and then we'll be done. I guess you could, if you wanted to, you could put a bow on it, but I don't think ribbon and bows goes with all the natural stuff, so I'm going to choose not to. So let me just clean this up a little bit more. Get all the dead things off. And these will just grow forever. What I used to do when I had more room, when I had a bigger yard, is I would have my pumpkins like all over the place. As you can tell, I get a little excessive. And and then after, I keep them for Halloween and Thanksgiving, and then after Thanksgiving, I would put them in my yard, the pumpkins. I just throw them over there, and then they sit there, and they're sort of, because it's sort of, in the wintertime, there's not a lot of color, but the pumpkins would be out there and bring color to the yard. And so then around February, when it starts getting warmer, they would start melting, literally melting and mushing up. And then, of course, then you have like 1 million pumpkin plants coming up. And then I would decide, do I want to keep the pumpkin there, the pumpkin plants, or do I want to just throw it all away? But what I learned is that a lot of pumpkins nowadays, if they come up with a out of seed from like this plant, it's not the same as a normal pumpkin, because they've done something with the process of cultivating the pumpkins, that the seeds don't grow other pumpkins. They're sort of like sterile. So that's sort of sad. I have a little bit thing here, so let me see where I can put this. I really don't see any other place. I'll just stick it right here, just for fun, because I have it. So stick that right there, and let me put this away here so I can show you the result of our pumpkins. Of course, if you do a little tiny pumpkin like this, it's just tiny little things around here. Tiny little flowers. You know, tiny little bits. Tiny. So, but I've done those also. And like giving them as a hostess gift if I go to someone's house for dinner or something like that. And they love them. So, because if they went to go do it, it cost them $15. This literally is a $45 to $55 succulent pumpkin. You go to Armstrong, you go to Rogers Gardens. Oh my goodness, Rogers Gardens, this would be $55. So, and it cost, this was $7. The moss was $3, so there's $10. And then I had this, the glue sticks, those are pennies. And I had the leaves, the fall leaf already. But isn't that pretty? I'm just gonna go stick this on my front porch. First of all, I'm gonna water it. So, and then remember, we did this one. This one now I feel like it needs some fall leaves, now that I have fall leaves in that one. I feel like this one needs some fall leaves. I sort of like that. There. There, I like that. I'll glue that in. That cute? And those are subtle fall leaves that I think you could go from either side. They're pretty. But I like this pumpkin because I like this going down. I don't have any other going down stuff. I have a little moss going down, but this will grow down eventually. So anyway, so we've done that. This is video number 7. We have 18 altogether, so I have 11 more to do. And don't ask me what I'm doing next week because I don't know. Like I said in video number 6, sometimes I just go, oh Lord, please, I need help. I need help knowing what to do. But I'm going to grab this camera and show you my wooden pumpkins that I have around the house. Okay, so excuse me while I grab it and unclamp it. Now, I didn't plan on doing this, so excuse the chair. Okay, do you see, let me see if I can switch this around. No, I can't. Do you see my big pumpkin there? So this is a huge pumpkin. See how big it is? It's huge. It's wood. This came from Virginia. It's like 20 pounds. It's huge. So, yeah, that's crazy. So from Nancy Thomas, and then I have another one of hers that is right here on a bookshelf. Excuse me while I turn it around. See? That's a wooden one, a wooden pumpkin. So I have the white ones, and my stepmom has the orange ones from Nancy Thomas. And of course, I think you saw a couple weeks ago when we did the sweater pumpkins. Here is the sweater pumpkins that I have up on our mantle. See, I have all those sweater pumpkins. And then you may have seen that in the background. And then I have my other sweater pumpkins. Sometimes they have buttons. Sometimes they have acorns, big sticks, little sticks. And then I have my gigantic pumpkin. Then I have little tiny sweater pumpkins. So the little tiny one there underneath my wooden bear. I love my wooden bear. He's so cute. Okay, all right, I think I've yacked enough. So we've done a lot for fall. We've got a little bit more fall to do, like apples, apple pie, apple cake, apple muffins, applesauce. So we're going to do some apple stuff. But I think for pumpkins, we are done for now. And you guys are probably going, good. I'm done with pumpkins. I'm pumpkined out, Debbie. And it's not even October yet, and I'm pumpkined out. So, but I did that so you can get ready for October, okay? Because you don't want to start making Christmas presents on the 20th of December. You make them ahead of time. So, so now we've made our pumpkins ahead of time, so then you can sit back in October and enjoy them, okay? All right, so again, this is Debbie Martin, and we're here with the NOCE Creative Arts and Craft class, and this is week number 7. I hope you guys are doing okay with all this and all the videos that you have to watch. I'm so sorry. Hopefully I can be back in your class soon. Who knows when? Who knows when? So anyway, we'll keep doing it, and next week it'll be a surprise for you and for me, okay? All right, see you guys later. Be safe and stay healthy. Bye.